Family Guy is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I love the comedy, especially the earlier seasons. The late 90s to early 2000s, Family Guy just hit different. The jokes were darker, more offensive, and absolutely nothing was off limits. Handicapped jokes, politics, religion, race, nothing was safe. Nobody was safe. And of course, I do know what you're thinking. You know, South Park still today pushes those types of limits because Family Guy, in my opinion, got kind of soft over the years. But even knowing that, I'm still a little bit bigger of a fan of Family Guy than I am South Park. So this week, or month, whatever you want to call it, I played Family Guy Back to the Multiverse, and I loved it. I do want to apologize because it took me a little more time than I wanted to actually get this video out. The past couple of weekends, I've just been super busy with the family. But I will say that you could make it just a little bit easier for me to do this more full time if you just subscribe and like this video, and also share it with a friend as well. Now that my shameless channel plug is over, instead of doing a normal review of Family Guy Back to the Multiverse, I decided to do something that I haven't actually seen anyone else do. There's a really, nifty tool that YouTube gives its creators where you can actually search up different types of videos that people are doing by searching up keywords and stuff. And sometimes I use that to kind of figure out what type of video to do, and sometimes I don't. This particular moment, I chose to just completely ignore that. I will say that I did search this type of topic up, and I have not seen this at all. So today I'm actually taking all 10 of the levels from Back to the Multiverse, and I'm going to be comparing each episode with cutaways and scenes that they're actually based on. So if you're a Family Guy fan like me, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. I know that I said that I'm not doing a normal review, and I didn't lie, but before we jump in, I do want to at least share some quick thoughts on what I actually thought about this game itself. I really enjoyed it. My only big complaint is that it was really short. The story itself, felt like it was only like 4 hours probably. And I actually got the platinum in about 16 hours for everything that the game actually had to offer. And honestly, if I knew exactly what I was doing from like start to finish, then I probably would have done this game in under 12 hours. The gameplay is pretty solid. I enjoyed it. It was fun, simple, and not too complicated. The biggest downside is I love story games, and the only two characters that you get to play during the story is Brian and Stewie. If you want to use the other characters, then you have to jump into the multiplayer or challenge mode, and even then the roster is kind of limited. Basically, you just get the Griffins, Quagmire Cleveland, Mayor West, and Death, which I guess Death is pretty cool, but I guess that is the only roster you really need, but still, it's considering how big the Family Guy universe is, you'd think the roster could have been bigger. But still though, it was a fun time. Now, to really get into the meat of this video, unfortunately, this entire video is full of spoilers. So, if you want to play the game and haven't yet, please don't watch this video. But if you don't really care about that, please stick around and watch this video. Level 1, it's all Greek to me.
Greeks have always been gross and still are.
The game opens with Bertram returning from another universe to get revenge on Stewie. This is clearly a reference to the Family Guy's Season 9 Episode 16 called The Big Bang Theory. In this episode is where Stewie actually kills Bertram. Just so we're clear, Bertram is a clone of Stewie-ish. I won't really go too deep into the clone lore, that's a whole separate video. But interestingly, as the level itself, it's all Greek to me, doesn't have one specific episode tied to it. It basically pulls from multiple, just like college nerd culture jokes, party style humor, something that Family Guy has done a lot over the years. And that's basically what this level is based on. Level 2, something Amish.
Yeah, I thought something was amish.
This one is easy, and this is based on the episode called Amish Guy, and the Griffins are basically stranded in Amish country after their car breaks down. Meg falls for this Amish boy, Peter shows them highway to hell, and chaos completely unfolds. This level mostly mirrors the setting, not really the plot, but the connection is obvious. Level 3, Handicapped.
Peter, I'm not retarded, I'm handicapped.
Oh, well, now you're just splitting hairs.
This one is probably the most offensive level in the game, and honestly, it's one of the funniest because I have a pretty dark sense of humor. So the closest episode that compared to this particular level is the No Meals on Wheels episode, which is season 5, episode 14, where Peter and Lois decide to open up a restaurant and Joe's disabled friends turn it into their new hangout spot. Peter, of course, has an issue with this, and it's kind of strange because it kind of reminds me of a whole segregation type thing, like your kind's not allowed here and all that stuff. It's pretty funny. But that whole ordeal actually leads to the Crippletron fight, which is absolutely wild. Now, the level does exaggerate the offensiveness even more, but the inspiration is clear. Level 4, Whipped.
Prepare to meet your maker at the hands of my cat launcher.
Yes, that's the actual name of this, don't blame me. I try to be as clean and collect as I can on this channel, but sometimes things slip through the cracks. This one is also pulled from a few different episodes, but the biggest reference that I've noticed is called The Hand That Rocks the Wheelchair, which is in season 9, episode 4, where Stewie accidentally creates an evil version of himself. There's also a pretty, I guess, small nod, but an actual quite large nod to the Road to the Multiverse with the alternate universe chaos. This level actually feels like a really big mashup of multiple Stewie multiverse concepts. Level 5, No Cheese Please.
So I guess Lee Harvey Oswald never shot Kennedy? Nope, he shot Mayor McCheese.
Brian and Stewie get transported to a universe where Nixon wins the election and Lee Harvey Oswald actually takes out Mayor McCheese instead of JFK. That whole segment is basically in a cutaway. Now this level expands on that one joke into a full mission where evil Mayor West wants you to eliminate Mayor McCheese so he can take power again. It's honestly one of the best examples of the game turning a 10-second gag into a full playable level. Level 6, Legend of Long John Peter.
That's Long John Peter to you, porthole.
This one is also extremely easy. This level is based on the episode Long John Peter, which is season 6, episode 12. It's kind of funny because this one is only like literally half of the episode. So it's kind of funny they've just made it. I mean, it's not as bad as one little cutaway being an entire level, but still, like, you know, the Long John Peter episode. And this one is where, simply put, Peter steals a parrot and becomes obsessed with being a pirate. I really gotta watch my P's on this because I don't have a pop filter on this. I really should have one because you're like that's gotta be really annoying for you guys. Anyways, the level sticks almost entirely to the pirate universe concept. Simple but effective. Level 7, Santa's Sweatshop.
What about the reindeer? The hell with the reindeer, they're all eating each other anyway.
So this one is inspired by the 2-part episode Road to the North Pole, which is in season 9, episode 7. In this episode, Brian and Stewie discover that Santa runs the North Pole like an industrial sweat factory. This level, however, flips that idea and makes Santa an arms-dealing warlord instead of just a toy maker. It's basically the same setting, but there's just way more chaos to this one. And yes, this time Stewie actually does kill Santa. Level 8, Chicken Fight.
No, he's got this, Brian. This is like his thing, you know?
This one is actually a level where you do get to play as Peter, and yes, it's a giant chicken fight. Can you guess by the title? The first chicken appearance is in season 2's episode called Da Boom, and since that episode, the giant chicken actually shows up multiple times. This level is basically just one extended chicken fight, nothing complicated, and yes, just chaos as usual. Level 9, Chickens in Space. This one is more of a parody mashup. I mean, it pulls from the chicken fights, from random sci-fi cutaways, and just general absurd Family Guy humor. This one is very short, simple, and sweet. There isn't really one direct episode referenced here. It's more of a, you know, what if we made this ridiculous joke an entire level type situation. And finally, for level 10, No Place Like Home.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What is it? No, I just had, like, wicked deja vu.
This is the final showdown. You fight Bertram, who's riding a T-Rex with lasers attached to his head. And again, there isn't really a direct episode that this one is based on, and I looked a lot. This level just seems like it was created specifically for the game because it's just an over-the-top finale just to wrap everything up. That right there is pretty much every level of Family Guy Back to the Multiverse compared to the show. I really did enjoy playing this game, and if you are still playing PS3, I definitely do recommend if you get a hold of a hard copy. This is a pretty fun game. Could it have been longer? Yes. And could it have had more playable characters? Definitely. But as a Family Guy fan, I had a blast. And that's pretty much it for this video, and as always, I won't see you, but you will see me, or at least hear my voice, in the next video. Now let's see what we are playing next. Ready? Let me mix that folder for you real quick, and then you can draw it. Ready? And go. What do we got next? Okay, go ahead and read it for everybody. Read it for the audience. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was nice. No, Split Fiction, PS5. Alrighty, Split Fiction. That's what I'm playing next. Okay, say bye.